I see you got the Black Lives Matter and the line with the Trump. So you guys don't like Trump?
No, not at all.
I don't think we should have a U.S. president that has a lower IQ than me. And, that already happened with George W. Bush, so.
So you're saying like his decisions then? I mean, he's very successful business-wise, right?
He's failed lots of businesses. I mean, yeah, he's had his businesses have been successful, of course, because he's a billionaire. But he's also run tons and tons and tons of like the smallest businesses into the ground, like stuff he's tried to start hasn't worked out.
How old are you guys, by the way?
18.
Have you guys? So this will be your first time voting, possibly, right?
Yep.
What do you guys think about Hillary Clinton?
I don't love her, but I have to take her over Trump any day of the week. You know.
Really? I mean, are you aware of like the Benghazi scandal? Are you aware of what happened? Are you aware of who the leader of Libya was before Benghazi that they had killed?
Muammar Gaddafi.
Oh yeah.
So this guy over here's got some he's got some history wisdom here. Yeah, Muammar Gaddafi, right? And you know, Hillary said, she said, we came, we saw, he died. Were you aware of that quote?
What was that?
End of unconfirmed.
Yes, we came, we saw, he died.
She said, we came, we saw, he died. Basically celebrating the fact that, you know, we came here to Libya, we didn't like Gaddafi, he wasn't working, playing ball with us, so we took him out and now he's gone. And you might say that's not a big deal, but look at what's happened to Libya. Do you know who controls Libya now?
ISIS.
Yeah, exactly. It's an ISIS hellhole controlled by the Muslim Brotherhood. So you think about it, it's like Bush pushed us into this war in Iraq. I did not support the war in Iraq. What about you guys?
No.
Well, Hillary Clinton did, and Trump did not. So, I mean, those are some issues. Those are important issues.
I mean, I absolutely agree. I mean, Donald Trump also lies, though.
I don't like either. I was a dedicated Bernie Sanders supporter, and that hasn't worked out, and I've dedicated myself to never voting for Hillary, so I'm probably going to vote for like a third-party candidate or something.
They never go after the big dealer because it's them. It's the big banks, man. You want to know who the drug dealers are? They're up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. So I think at the end of the day, you're not going to see. That's why I think Trump will go after them because he doesn't answer to any of them. Hillary Clinton gets most of her money from Wall Street. So she'll never go after the pharmaceutical industry. She'll never go after Monsanto. We'll never get GMO labeling if Hillary gets president. We'll have more mandatory vaccination. We'll have more laws taking away our rights. A Trump presidency would be like no helmet law, like no seatbelt law. Like he's just a wild card, man. That's how I see him.
Well, yeah, he's a dangerous wild card. He's a narcissist with an ego problem, and anytime anyone, pisses him off, he fires back. He says not intelligent things. I don't trust him with the nuclear codes. Hillary's platform, if you look at the actual issues which she runs on, it's more. There's a lot more similarities in with Bernie than there aren't. Whereas Trump, he wants to ban. He wants to put a ban on Muslims. He wants to build a wall and first of all unrealistic and
How is it unrealistic? The Vatican used a wall to keep Muslim hordes out during the Crusades. It was the only place that didn't fall to Muslims. They took all of Turkey, which used to be Constantinople, is now Istanbul. White people used to live there.
But what?
I mean, a wall works. Like, look at any military base has a fucking wall around it. What the hell are you talking about?
Understand what we're saying though. I'm saying a wall physically works. It stops people from coming in. But think about all the the walls that it puts between people. The walls you.
That's a total talking point. That's what you're using as talking point. And Hillary's shit is a total lie. It's a talking point. She hasn't had a press conference in over 200 days. Who knows what her platform really is? Her platform is selling out to the corrupt interests on Wall Street.
Trump tells the truth 7% of the time. He changes his mind on a dime. If the room is, if the room is for it, Trump's for it. If the room is against it, Trump's against it. You talk about Hillary being a lie. Hillary kind of sways, her political leanings depending on the room she's in. But Trump is the king of that. Trump.
Oh, right. Have you ever heard Hillary when she goes down south? She's like, daggone, I just come down here. I wanted to say thank you.
Well, have you heard Trump just the other day? Hold on, I have to think about this for a second.
Daggone, come down here. I'm not going to give up. That's what Hillary does. She panders to whoever she's talking to. You're exactly right. And Trump does not. Trump says exactly what he's on his mind, and that's why he says build the wall, and we're going to make Mexico pay for it. That's not pandering. I'm sorry. Pandering would be like, I love the Mexicans.
Assholes want to hear. The racist pieces of shit want to hear people say, they want to hear, oh, let's build a wall, let's ban Muslims, let's bridge,
What is racist about having a border? That's what I don't understand. It's like everyone says having a border is racist. Switzerland has a border. England has a border. Like I said, the Vatican with the Pope in it. Is the Pope racist?
Well, yeah, but that's entirely different. Like
that wall is different. That's a good wall. Our wall would be a bad racist wall.
We have a border. By doing this, it breeds race. How do you not see what white is right? They say things like
this. These people here, these people with the God hates fags thing, these people are sent by Hillary. Are you guys paid to be here?
No. Absolutely not.
How much? No, they're not paying you guys?
No, you're telling me that the Westboro Baptist Church is here by Hillary to...
Yeah, they're Democrats, and they're all like one family, and they're all lawyers, right?
Well, then they're just wrong for that.
You were talking about,
the Klan was founded by the Democratic Party?
Oh, my God. Yeah. Are you really going to do that?
When JFK released Martin Luther King.
The Democratic Party completely switched platforms, completely, during the Civil Rights Movement, LBJ and the Democratic Party.
Well, Hillary Clinton met with the top KKK members. Margaret Sanger said we'll have these N-words voting Democrat for the next 50 years.
Please show me proof of this. This should be huge news.
I'll post it on the YouTube. It should be huge news. I mean, the fact that Hillary really hates black people and says they're weeds and they need to be controlled.
That's wrong. And if you could show me this, if you could prove this to me, I will change my mind on a dime.
I think we've got somebody saying here, we have to bring them
apologize for mass incarceration.
Okay, we'll talk
I'm
about it.
not a super predator, Hillary Clinton.
Okay, fine, we'll talk about it.
You apologize to black people for mass incarceration?
Well, can I talk, and then maybe you can listen to what I say? Okay, fine. Thank you very much. There's a lot of issues in this campaign. The very first speech that I gave back in April was about criminal justice reform and about
predators.
You're being rude. That's not appropriate.
Predators.
This is not appropriate.
That's rude.
Yeah, you want to hear the facts, you just want to talk.
I know that you called black youth predators in 1994. Please explain the record. Explain it to us. You owe black people an apology.
Well,
excuse us. That's an inappropriate
tell you what, if you will give me a chance to talk, I'll approach your side. You know what? Nobody's ever asked me before. You're the first person to ask me, and I'm happy to address it, but you are the first person to ask me here. Okay, back to the issues. The issues that I think are important.
Not going to vote Trump, but I will change my mind on Hillary and I'll vote third party. That's what I'll do.
I mean, what do you guys think we should do? Like with the immigration, you think we should bring in more people?
No, I'm just saying there's better ways than to just,
People are people.
Well, I mean, what do you guys think about what happened in Nice? That was an immigrant, came into France. He was from Tunisia, and he ran over like 84 people, men, women, children, babies, with a lorry, had grenades and guns in the back. Do you think, you know what I mean? That was the result of Holland's open border policy.
But we got to focus more on acting out of we act too much out of fear. These things happen.
Maybe people should have some rational fear of people coming from Tunisia who are radicals.
The problem is people. What do you say?
Thanks.
The problem, fear causes people to act irrationally. There is rational fear, but the problem is it seems to be when these kinds of things happen in Tunisia and stuff like that, people immediately start pointing fingers, immediately start blaming, immediately say awful, horrible things, awful racist things. You start to.
I mean, the guy killed little kids, and he's not. He was not. It was in Tunisia. It was in the French Riviera, and it was on Bastille Day, which is like the 4th of July for French people. And he killed 84 people, men, women, and children. And the media tried to spin it and say that the truck killed them. It said truck attack. It didn't say, oh yeah, Muhammad, by the way, with his giant truck ran over a bunch of kids and women.
Well,
This isn't a partisan issue.
It is, though, because if you look on one side of the political spectrum, they're saying, hey, we need to vet these people that we're bringing in. And that's Le Pen, who was thrown in jail by Holland's government, the socialist government. And then you have the socialists saying, yeah, we need to bring in more of these hordes of people from third world countries because they know they'll vote for more socialism. It's the truth. I mean, that's what's going on.
Are you saying anybody who's not, for border control?
I'm saying Democrats want to bring in more people so that they'll vote Democrat. And then they also like using these radicals to create chaos. It's divide and conquer. It's order out of chaos.
Oh, Trump is going to win because of this. Trump plays to the people's fear and emotions more than any Democrat does. Trump looks at a room. He looks at them, and any national tragedy immediately starts on his agenda. And I'm saying Democrats do that too. But Trump plays off of people's fear, and that's if he wins, it's going to be because people are scared.
I disagree. I think people are motivated. They're excited about having a president that's not a total puppet. Obama's a puppet. He was a nobody senator. He pushed for the banker bailout. He's a total fraud. He's like been involved with all these wars. He said he was going to get us out of war. He said he was going to shut down Guantanamo. He said he was going to not have any more tax increases. He said he wanted to radically transform America. And if you look around right now, I know you guys are young, but he has successfully radically transformed America. America is turning into something it was not before. And they're more divided than ever.
And this is purely Obama's fault, is what you're telling me.
I'm saying, how the heck can you blame this on Trump when he's not even the freaking president? He's just running for president. The president is sowing division by saying that, like, adding legitimacy to Black Lives Matter after they go out and shoot cops that were not even involved. And
Small group of people, that's exactly the same mentality.
he met with Black Lives Matter behind closed doors.
It's exactly the same
You are
exact
categorizing
thing. And how
an
is that
entire
not
group
easy
of
to
people
realize?
based on the select extremist few. And that's what you Republicans are good at. That's what you consider.
I'm saying Obama is going out there after cops were shot in cold blood who had nothing to do with this shooting, right? They should not be stereotyped. So you're saying, you're trying to label me as stereotyping. I'm saying that these people, like Obama, and I'm calling out Obama specifically, said that, look, the cops need to watch out. They need to be more careful. But these cops had nothing to do with that.
Obama has given speeches condemning these attacks.
Yes.
So has Black Lives Matter leaders.
Yes.
Those are never acknowledged on Fox News. Bill O'Reilly doesn't care about those. He only cares about the few people who will go around saying, oh, it's all right for you to go kill cops because they killed your family or because they killed some innocent, unarmed kid.
Find the most extreme people that you possibly
I've listened to speeches myself. Obama came out and said, hey, this is bad. I don't justify anything. So he did preface with that. But then afterwards, he says, but this is indicative or this is a result of the type of behavior. So basically giving credence to the fact that these guys went and shot people that across the country had nothing to do with it. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're completely, what you're doing is spinning it around for your own. What he's saying is it is larger. How could the president not?
All I'm saying is this is not Obama's fault that the nation is divided. It's not Trump's fault. He's not even the president. How can you blame somebody who's not even elected for dividing the nation?
But did we say, I blame Trump for dividing the nation? We did not ever say, I blame Trump for dividing the nation.
Well, you said that he's going to get elected because of this.
I said he could get elected because of fear, and that's why he would get elected, is if people irrationally act out of fear, because Trump is the one, he's the hard guns. He's the, we're going to take ISIS out. We're going to take ISIS out. We're going to bomb the hell out of them, stuff like that. He's actually said.
Don't you think we should take ISIS out? I mean, they're beheading people like women and children.
But But what's the cost at us going in and bombing them? Civilians die then too. I absolutely.
Okay, so you got a couple choices here. You got Trump, who says he wants to take them out, right? And he said we're going to do it the right way. And then you got Hillary, who's giving them weapons. Which choice? I mean, Hillary is giving weapons to ISIS in Syria to fight Assad, who is not her buddy. Trump says let's not help ISIS and give them weapons. What do you think? Give them weapons or take them out?
I don't know. I feel like if that was an actual thing Hillary did, that would have been a much huger deal than the email scandal. Really, I mean, if she was giving weapons to ISIS and people knew about it, this whole email thing would be nothing compared to that.
I agree with you 100%. I think the email is a big deal because it shows evidence of her working with these people, but she deleted so many of them and we'll never really know what was in there. Obviously, you delete the ones you really, really don't want people to see, right? So, but the fact is, you're right. I mean, at the end of the day, the Clinton Foundation and getting money from these people in exchange for weapons deals is a way bigger deal than the email scandal. So Hillary, in my opinion, is still up for grabs for an indictment. But the question is, who in their right mind would go after her? Because you got the whole media rallying behind her, in my opinion.
Well, same with Trump. The media is giving, the reason why Trump is as big as he is and is dangerous is because the media is giving him so much attention. People hear what he says, and it's just awakening the worst part of America right now, is what I think. Trump is.
Well, I would encourage you, these Westboro Baptist people do not represent Christians. They are freaking radicals. They're
Catholics. We know how the church works, and we both left it a few years ago. So we understand the basis of the church. We understand these are just perverted mindsets. Like the people who go kill cops, it's perverted mindsets, and we're not going to categorize all of you based on these assholes, just like you shouldn't categorize all of Black Lives Matter because of the assholes who shoot cops.
Right. Same with Muslims. You shouldn't categorize all Muslims based on the extremist view.